Parkour is about moving freely through whatever environment you're in.
Training your body to the point that you're in complete control of your actions.
Running, climbing in the most fluid way possible, and just going around the environment and seeing what you can do, testing your limits.
The purest form of parkour would be just to run for a distance, and whatever you hit, whatever you run into, you find a new way to go around, over, through, under it, and just using your body, just using your training and what you know how to do. There's different vaults and different kinds of moves you can do to cover an obstacle.
When you jump from one place to another and stop, it's called a precision jump. And then sometimes you just jump down and you roll to break your fall.
If you land and then put your hands down, you kind of stop. You can cut up your hands or bruise them. But if you roll, your feet come back into place after you roll and you absorb impact.
We started doing some vaults. It's where you use your hands to get over an object. You pretty much absorb it and then you go over it.
There's the dash vault where you jump and you just use your hands to guide yourself, and you jump and put your legs over the obstacle and overcome the obstacle that way.
We did the tic-tac off that wall.
Normally it'd be really hard to clear that whole gap over the bushes, but if you take one step off the wall, push you farther, you'll be able to do it.
You can get you places, that you couldn't think you could get to.
You may have different kind of poses or turns you can do, like in the air, to just make it look more stylish.
There's some things you can do with a lot of flair, like these flips and tricks, from martial arts you can put into it. You can certainly do that if you want.
Once we started doing it and we actually realized the potential of what we could be doing instead of just jumping off stuff, it got really interesting because there was so much more that could be done.
All right, try to keep it tight. If anyone falls, too bad.
Ando's really brought together like a whole bunch of really good people, and it's a really cool crew.
Try to meet up, probably once midweek in Chicago.
They inspire you to do new things. Like, you see things you haven't seen before, you try things you wouldn't normally try.
A lot of the muscles and a lot of the motions used in parkour are used in other sports.
The more I did it, the more it felt like it was taking all the things that I enjoyed doing and I was good at doing and putting them into one category where I could sort of combine them into one thing.
Your body has to be up to it, and so does your mind, because you have to be able to make the jump and know what you can do without hesitation.
This is Loyola University. I'm going to explain what a parkour run is. Starting up there, I'm going to do a turn vault, down to the next level, down to the next level, like he just did, and then run here and vault down there, and that's a pretty lengthy run.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man, does whatever a spider can. Spins a web in his eyes, catches thieves just like flies. Look out, here comes the Spider-Man.
When you start doing these things, you have to engage your mind into what you're doing.
You just started seeing different ways you can move through areas.
You have to be creative. It may or may not be an art form, but there's a lot of creativity. You have to be able to think in a way that's different than the average train of thought. And so once you do that, you can't really turn it off because you're seeing these things everywhere. You're looking towards the sky at rooftops, you're looking at the railings, you're looking at the stairs, everything's different. It's opening up a world of possibility.